Alkebu Social Movement has handed over a memorandum of demands to the police watchdog IPID in Durban. They've been citing intimidation and abuse of street traders in eThekwini. Newzroom Afrika's Phila Mthembu is there for you, joins us now. Phila, good afternoon to you. What are these street traders complaining about?
Well, Stephen, good afternoon to you. There's quite a number of accusations that they have brought forward. So where we are now, we are here at the Durban CBD. They've just handed over a memorandum of demands to the IPID Deputy Director, Len John, who has received it and had told us that they are now going to move forward, sit in a committee and then have discussions around it and try to establish a way moving forward. So I'm going to bring into the conversation now members of the Alkebu Social Movement. I'm going to bring in Phila, who is the chairperson, if I'm correct. Let us talk about, Phila, firstly, the purpose of this march. There's quite a number of allegations that you have made. You said there has been alleged intimidation of traders as well as their goods being confiscated unlawfully. Talk to us about those kind of concerns.
Okay. Regarding the concerns, we've been actually by different groups that have been approaching us now, our office, telling us about what is going on the streets. When we look into their matters, we find out that actually there are videos. We've seen the videos of police actually assaulting the people. So what the public generally believes is that it is the business support that is actually harassing them. But when you're looking at the conduct of the police, you can see that it's the police. So which means we cannot just run to business support yet. But there is a case, and we are actually going to look into the cases that are already in court, which the public may have lost, and others that are still pending. We are intervening in one of those cases as we speak. So we do have the evidence. We actually seek from the presidential, for the president to intervene, bring in the SIU. We've written to the Public Protector, the Human Rights Commission. We've actually engaged with the members from there, the officials from those offices. Yes.
Okay, and talk to us about what is on that memorandum that you've just handed over. What are some of the demands that you are calling on the IPID to actually adhere to?
Okay, we want the forensic investigations, which is something that we can never get from the police. We actually wanted to march to the police, but then looking at the situations and speaking to the certain captains in the police force, they actually advise us that it is advisable to actually speak to IPID first, and then we can then go into that. But we are seeking the intervention at eThekwini, maybe even other metros, because we do have some reports also from other metros as well. Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And when you speak about these allegations that you've brought forward, do you have some sort of an evidence that can actually back up these allegations? And what form of evidence are we looking into?
We have the videos. We have the videos of the police. We have pictures of the police actually assaulting the woman. It's a full video. You can see the policeman, who the policeman is. So we have names, we have everything. It's just that we want to see the connection between business support and the Metro Police, because somehow the reports that came to us is that the officials from the business support actually have the vending stool. So what they are doing is actually pushing out the vendors so that they take over with their ghost members, which they actually work for these officials. So we are looking on the matters. Of course, we don't have all the facts, but we do have some evidence, and the full evidence of assault and the language, xenophobic attacks from the police. We tried actually to speak to Nosisa from business support to talk about these things. We phoned her. She said, if you are coming to me with a second-hand trader's story, then we are not going to actually have anything meaningful. So because I told her, I said, no, but we are not coming we are coming actually with the cases that have been brought to us by the traders on the streets, not just one group, many different groups.
Yeah, and these traders do have valid permits to trade. You also mentioned that at some point these permits were in fact confiscated. Under which basis?
Okay, under the basis that the police can actually come and then, so which means the vendors have to stand still or stay still on their vending stool. They can't leave, because if they leave, no matter how long, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, so which means they are just, they can't even go to the bathroom. So if they leave and then the police come and then they can't leave someone on the vending stool. So which means it's really bad. And also on the basis of when you spoke about things being confiscated, like the goods and all of that, the police are actually dumping the stuff onto the same bags, and then if you are fighting them or if you are looking for your stuff back, then they tell you that you have warrants, so you should pay for those warrants, 18,000 plus.
Okay, let us leave it there. I mean, Stephen, that is what we are getting from the members of the Alkebu Social Movement, to really taking us through their concerns. So they've already met here with a representative from the IPID, and of course, that particular representative, well, it's actually, in fact, the deputy director of the IPID, who said that now that he has received this memorandum, he is then now going to move forward and then sit in a committee and see and establish really the evidence that may be brought forward, and see if it is sufficient enough. Do they have, something to even work on? And that is, of course, what is going to guide their investigations moving forward.